Hi, this is a quick tip with Sarah, Waterfall Yoga. Glad you're all listening in. So today's tip is for anger, and we're going to do an activity called the Woodchopper. And I learned it years ago in my PTSD training with yoga warriors. And it was really helpful. I thought at first, when would I ever teach this? When would I ever feel comfortable teaching this? And I've actually taught it several times in group classes, even with people who don't have PTSD. And then I taught it to my son as well, who wasn't able to really figure out how to control his anger around age 7 or 8. And so we would do this activity together to help diffuse that anger and get back to a state of calm and relax pretty quickly. The cool thing is, when I do teach it in my public classes, everybody really starts laughing and having a good time, because it is kind of ridiculous. But that's okay. Sometimes even as adults, we need to learn how to play and be childlike again. So let's say that one day you're having some anger issues. Maybe somebody's really ticked you off at work. Maybe you had to sit in traffic for 35 minutes, longer than you expected. Lots of reasons, right, that we feel anger. And it's okay to feel those emotions. But sometimes we just need to let it out. We need to get it out of our system. And maybe meditation or a pranayama practice isn't exactly going to work for you for this particular situation. So this is another alternative. So I hope you at home who are listening in will look as ridiculous as I do while we practice this. But I promise, if you practice it when you're feeling angry or even teach it to your kids, you'll see that there's a safe way to diffuse that anger and really let go. So, Woodchopper is just like it sounds. You're going to pretend to be Paul Bunyan for a day. So you're going to interlace your fingers together. You can even let your index fingers or your pointer fingers point up towards the ceiling like a little gun, or like you're holding onto an axe. And then you're going to inhale, standing with your feet slightly wider than hip distance apart. Let your arms come up over your head. Of course, to your own range of motion, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Pull your belly up and in. Take a deep breath in. As you inhale, lift your and exhale. We're going to exhale through the mouth with a ha sound. And you can be as loud as you want, especially if you're at home by yourself and nobody's watching. So inhale, exhale, ha. Bend your knees, hinge at your hips. Similar to breath of joy, only we're just doing one big breath in to come up. Inhale, exhale, ha. 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 Ha! Ha! One more. Ha! And then come back up, let your arms relax, stand in mountain pose, and observe. Notice how you feel. Just like a breath of joy, you might feel a little lightheaded. You might feel a rush of energy. So you brought more oxygen in, and you've been kind of doing a forward bend. So you might feel a little tingly sensation. All of that's normal. So do enough that you feel like you've diffused the anger and that you can move on to bigger and better things. Namaste.